students, welcome back to the economic online class. This is your 6th chapter banking. In the last video, we discussed about Reserve Bank of India and rural credit, role of the RBI in agricultural credit, functions of the RBI and Agricultural Refinance Development Corporation, the regional rural bank, then NABARD, okay, and its function. In this video, we have to continue the Reserve Bank of India and Industrial Finance and all India level institutions. Okay, let me go and discuss about the Reserve Bank of India and Industrial Finance. Though the industries get finance from the commercial bank, the quantum and the term will be very much limited generally. So limited quantum of financial assistance only given by the commercial bank to the industries. Commercial banks lend for short term only, as they get only short term deposit from the public. That's why they are lending to industries to only fragment of the total lending by the banks. So that there is a need and urgency of establishing long term credit facilities to the industries. This is very urgency to providing long term credits. That's why the institutional setup in India for financing and promoting industries are as follow. What are they? Institutional setup was provided by the government of India for the RBI as well as the commercial bank to providing loan to the industries in the all India level and also the state level. So all India level institutions are Industrial Finance Corporation of India, IFCI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, ICICI, Industrial Development of Bank of India, IDBI. These are the institutions providing long-term loans in all India level institutions. State level institutions are State Financial Corporation, SFCs, and State Industrial Development Corporation, SIDCs. These are the state level institutions providing long-term loans. There were set up these two institutional financing assistance by the government of India. Then all India level institutions. Let us discuss about in detail all India level institutions. The first one is IFCI, Industrial Finance Corporation of India. This was first in the chain of establishment of financial corporation to provide financial assistance for industrial development. This was started first to establish financial corporation to provide financial assistance of industrial development. This was established on July 1st, 1948 under the Act of the Parliament. The Act was accepted on July 1st, 1948 in Parliament, and then IFCI provides assistance to the industrial concern in the following ways. How can they assisting the industries? Long-term loans both in rupees and foreign currencies they providing to the industries. Underwriting of equity, preference and debenture issues given by the IFCIs. Subscribing to equity, preference and debenture issues. Guaranteeing the deferred payments in respect of machinery imported from abroad or purchased in India and guaranteeing of loans raised in foreign currency from foreign financial institutions. These are the ways the IFCI provides assistance to the industries for their long-term loan concern. Financial assistance of IFCI can be availed by any limited company in the public, private or joint sector or by cooperative society incorporated in India. So which is engaged or proposed to engage in the specified industries activities. Whatever activities taken by the limited companies. So limited companies are private or joint sectors or cooperative societies, the financial assistance given by IFCI. Understood? So such financial assistance will be available for the setting up of new industries project and also the expansion diversification. So everything, for every expansion of their industries, they providing long-term loans. They giving assistance of financial securities, any guidance or financial support. The IFCA also provides financial assistance on concessional term for setting up industrial projects in industries less developed districts in the state or union territories notified by the central government. So the IFCA also provides financial assistance on concessional term for setting up industrial project as industrial less developed district in the states or the union territories notified by the central government. So the less developed districts also concerned by the IFCS. The IFCI raises its resources by the way of their increasing their resources are issue of bonds in the market, issuing bonds in the market, borrowing from Industrial Development Bank India and central government, then foreign credit secured from foreign financial institutions and borrowings in the international capital markets. These are the resources increased by the IFCA. What are they? Issuing bonds in the market and borrowing from Industrial Development Bank of India and central government. Then foreign credit secured from foreign financial institutions and borrowings in the international capital market. These are the resources they have. The next one is Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India, ICICI. Commonly we know that. So and ICICI Bank. So functions of ICICI Bank. What are the functions? The ICICI Bank giving assistance to industries, provision of foreign currency loans, merchant banking, working as a merchant banking, letter of credit providing by them, project promotion given by them, and housing loans are providing by ICICI Bank. Then leasing operations also doing by ICICI. So these are their functions. This was set up on 5th January 1955 as a joint stock company on the advice given by a three-man mission sponsored by the World Bank, the government of USA to the government of India. So that the ICICI Bank was set up on 5th January 1955 because of the advice of the three-man mission sponsored by the World Bank, the government of USA and the government of India. So the three countries joined together and sponsored to the World Bank and started this ICICI Bank. The principal purpose of this institution is to channelizing the World Bank funds to the industries. The main purpose of this institution is to channelize the World Bank fund to the industries in India and also to help build up a capital market in India. So this is their main aim, to increasing and developing the capital market in India through the World Bank fund and providing loans to the industries in India. Initially, it was the capital of ICICI was held by private companies. So private companies only initially started this bank. After that, at present, a very large part of its equity capital is held by public sector institutions, the government institution such as banks, LIC, GIC and its subsidiaries, as this private institution was nationalized. So that these are the branches they concerning, and which is the private institution was nationalized. The significant features of the operations of ICICI is foreign currency loans sanctioned by this institution to industries. So foreign currency loans sanctioned by this ICICI Bank through the institutions and the industries. Since its inception, nearly 50% of its disbursement had been in foreign currencies. This is possible because of the facility it enjoys of raising funds in foreign currencies. So this bank only giving disbursement of foreign currencies. This is possible because of the facilities it enjoys of raising fund in the foreign currencies. The World Bank has been the single largest source of the such bank. Since 1973, the ICICI has entered the institutional capital markets also for raising foreign currency loans. From 1973, the ICICI has entered in the international capital market and also raising the foreign currency to providing loans to the institutions. The major portions of its rupee resources is raised by way of debentures in the capital market. So whatever debentures happening here, the ICICI bank only having the resources and it can raise the debentures. The ICICI also borrows from the Industrial Development Bank of India and also the government. So ICICI can also borrow from the Industrial Development Bank and also the government to providing financial assistance to the industries. The major proportions or portions of its assistance has gone to the private sector. They mainly concerning about the private sector. That's why they involving their most of the major portion of their money to giving assistance to the private sector. Next one is Industrial Development Bank of India, IDBA. The Industrial Development Bank of India has been conceived with the primary object of creating an apex institution to coordinate the activities of other financial institutions, including banks. The Development Bank was a wholly owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India up to February 15, 1976. So it was de-linked from RBI with the effect from February 16, 1976 and made an autonomous corporation fully owned by the Government of India. So that it was de-linked from RBI with the effect of February 16, 1976 and made an autonomous corporation fully owned by the Government of India. It got autonomous from February 16, 1976. So that their functions, what are the functions of IDBA? The functions of IDBA fall into two groups: assistance to the other financial institution and direct assistance to the industrial concern, either on its own or in participation with other institution. The IDBA can provide refinance in respect of term loans to industrial concern gives by the IFCA. Okay, whatever IFC providing loans to the institution, the IDBA can provide refinance to the institutions. So that other financial institutions also notified by the government, the scheduled bank and state cooperative banks. So IFC, SFCs and scheduled banks, whatever provided the long-term loan to the institution, they reconcerning about that and refinancing to the institution. These are the functions of IDBA. And also a special feature of IDBA is the provision for the creation of special fund known as Development Assistance Fund. This is special fund created by this IDBA. The fund is intended to provide assistance to industries which require heavy investment with low anticipated rate of return. So that this fund is provided and assistance given by the IDBA for requirement of the heavy investment in the industries. Such industries may not be able to get assistance in the normal course. The financing of export was also undertaken by the IDBA till the establishment of Exim Bank in March 1982. So after that, suppose they cannot helping to the industries means, after that the financing of exports which is undertaken by the IDBA till establishment of Exim Bank in March 1982. These are the functions of IDBA Bank, Industrial Development Bank of India. They are providing loans to the Industrial Development of India. state level institutions, that is called SFCs, state level institution or state financial corporations, SFCs. The Government of India passed in 1951 the State Financial Corporation Act, and SFCs were set up in many states. So the state-wise the government started the financial corporation. The SFCs are mainly intended for the development of small and medium industries unit within their respective states. So, in their respective states, for providing small and medium term loans to the industries, they started SFCs. However, in some cases, they extend to neighboring state also. So, neighboring state also they extended their SFCs. The SFCs provide loan and underwriting assistance to industries and industrial units having paid up capital and reserve not exceeding rupees 1 crore. So beyond the 1 crore they cannot give. So that the maximum amount that can be sanctioned to an industrial concern by SFCs, it may be 60 lakh. The SFC depend upon the IDBI for refinance in respect of the term loans granted by them. So whatever granted by the SFCs, the IDBI can refinance to the industries. I told you the SFC providing 60 lakh loan to the individual industries means if the industries can getting loan by the IDBI, so the IDBI can refinance to the industries. And apart from these, the SFCs can also make temporary borrowing from RBI and borrowing from IDBI and by the sale of bonds. They can borrowing money for providing financial assistance to the industries from RBI, IDBI and also the selling of bonds, securities, bonds, everything. State Industrial Development Corporation, SIDCO. It is called as SIDCO. The Industrial Development Corporation have been set up by the state government and they were wholly owned by them. This is wholly owned by the state government. These institutions are not merely financing agencies. They are entrusted with the responsibility of accelerating the industrialization of their states. They want to accelerating the industries whatever available in the state level, so that they started SIDCO. So State Industrial Development Corporation was set up to enhancing and accelerating the industrialization of their state.